Hi guys! Today's video is about the brushes I most use in Procreate. On this side there are brushes you find in Procreate, and on this side some of the brushes that I downloaded for free or bought. Let's talk about the first one. The first one that I chose is the 6B pencil, which I use a lot, especially for sketching. Let me show you. I really like the texture of it, and over time it became my favorite. Even though I tried other sketching brushes and I even bought some, I think the 6B pencil is still my favorite. When you press harder, the intensity is harder, okay? So it's really nice for sketching. The second one is the Studio Pen. I like it a lot, especially if your style is a clean style and you want to have clean lines. See? And it also, when you press, it gets thicker. I used it a lot with my older style because my shapes were a bit cleaner. The third one is the dry ink, and this is one of my favorites. Procreate is the best for creating this. It's one of my favorite brushes of all time, actually. So this is the dry ink. You can see this nice texture that it has. You can draw anything with it. People use it for line art, for everything, because it leaves this nice texture, as you can see. I also made my custom drying brush. To do this, you just duplicate and see it creates a new brush. And now you can change the settings. So this is my custom brush and these are the settings. And I use this a lot because it's a combination between dry ink and the Studio Pen for me. So let's try this one. See? Almost like the Studio Pen, but the edges are like this. Not so clean. But the texture disappeared with my new settings. The next one is the ink bleed. This one is really nice. I don't use it that much, but I saw some artists use it, and sometimes I use it for line art or just to give this edge. The next one is the Bonobo Chalk. This is a really good brush that comes with Procreate. The Bonobo Chalk is really nice for giving textures. Look at this, it's really nice. You can use it on clothes. Some people use it to draw skin, so they give this noisy effect, this noisy texture. The next one is the Monoline. I use the Monoline when I want to have like a brush that doesn't change its thickness while I draw. If you press, see? Now, next brushes. These are all brushes I bought or I downloaded for free, so I will attach the link in the description. First one is Tara's Oval Sketch. This one I bought, and a lot of artists use it for sketching, and it's really good. It's just that I prefer the 6B pen, but this one is really good. It's like a really soft when you touch the screen. And I guess it depends on your style of sketching. and then you'll have a favorite. But this is really cool. You can lower the opacity or not. Next brush is the Maxi Toothy Inker round. I think this is my favorite at the moment. I use it a lot. Let me show you how it looks. Has a really nice texture. See the edges? And I use it to draw clothes. I use it to draw clothes. I use it to draw hair mainly, because you can give the shape of the hair. And then stray hairs. It looks really cool. Gives a nice texture. So it's my favorite to draw hair. And also clothes, because it has this nice edge. And if you don't press too hard, it gives this scrunch effect. The next brush, this I found for free, the Everything brush from Cassavey. And at one point I use it a lot to mainly draw the eyes, the eyelashes. Let me show you. Here it is. It looks like the studio pen, but it's not that hard. So I really like it. You can see the edges. So it's a really cool brush. You can use it for a lot of things, but I mainly used it for the eyelashes. So they have a flowy look. The next brush is Wella Sketches brush. This is one of my favorites as well. Let's try it. This is for, as it says, it's for sketching, but I use it a lot for shading. I actually don't use it for sketching. As you can see, it gives a nice texture, and if you press harder, it goes darker. So it's really cool. The next one that I use sometimes is the Maxi Tech Pen. This one and the Maxi Toothy Inker are both from the comics pack, comics pack. I will link it below, don't worry. This is the Tech Pen. Let's try it. This is also cool for line art. If you don't want a really clean line art, you know, like the edges. I think it's a cool texture to use. But again, it depends on your style of drawing. And the last brush that I use a lot is the grain brush. This one I also found for free. I will try and find the link where I downloaded it, so you can have it as well. It's here. And I use it a lot for background, to give the background a texture, or even the skin, you know. I just lower the opacity, I put it on overlay, and I use it. You can make it bigger, smaller, and it's really nice. That's it about my favorite brushes. I think you can find a lot of good brushes in Procreate, and you don't really need to buy new ones. But again, it depends on the style of your drawing. For me, having the 6B pencil, it's perfect for sketching, and then the drying for line art and blocking in colors. The Bonobo Chalk for some texture. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.